Japan has a problem that most countries would envy, with a population of 123 million people crammed into one of the most densely packed, fast-paced, high-pressure societies on Earth. Japan somehow maintains one of the lowest obesity rates in the entire developed world, around 3.6%. Compare that to the United States, over 42%. The United Kingdom, over 28%. Australia, over 31%. And yet, Japanese people are not starving themselves. They are not spending hours in gyms. They are not counting every calorie or following extreme diets. They are simply living in a way that their bodies remain naturally, effortlessly slim. So, what is actually happening? The answer is not one thing. It is 10 quiet daily habits, so deeply embedded in Japanese culture that most Japanese people don't even think of them as habits at all. They are simply life, and once you understand them, you will understand why the entire Western approach to weight loss has been solving the wrong problem from the start. Habit number 1, green tea. Every single morning, before anything else, the average Japanese adult drinks between 3 and 5 cups of green tea daily, not occasionally, every day, as automatically as breathing. And this habit alone may be doing more for their metabolism than most people realize. Green tea contains 2 compounds that work together in a way no other drink on earth replicates. The first is EGCG, a powerful antioxidant that studies have shown increases fat oxidation by up to 17%. The second is caffeine, but in green tea, it works differently than coffee. It releases slowly, without the insulin spike, without the crash. It activates the nervous system in a way that tells the body to release stored fat as fuel. Together, they create a gentle, consistent daily metabolic boost that accumulates dramatically over months and years. Japanese people do not drink green tea for weight loss. They drink it because it is part of who they are. But the effect on the body is real, and it is confirmed by science. Habit number 2, walking. Not as exercise, but as transportation. The average Japanese person walks approximately 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day, simply by living their normal life. Not by going to the gym, not by choosing to exercise, but because the infrastructure of Japanese cities is built around walking, to train stations, between stations, to shops, to work. This is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And research consistently shows that NEAT, the calories burned through daily movement that is not formal exercise, has a significantly greater impact on long-term body weight than structured gym sessions. The gym tells your body to burn calories for 1 hour. Walking everywhere tells your body to burn calories all day. Japanese people do not think of walking as exercise. That is exactly why it works. Habit number 3, Hara Hachi Bu. This is perhaps the single most powerful anti-obesity habit in Japanese culture. And it is not a diet, it is a philosophy. Hara Hachi Bu means eat until you are 80% full. Stop before you feel completely satisfied. Japanese children are taught this concept before they can read. By the time they are adults, it is simply how they eat. Here's why it works, scientifically. The signal that tells your brain you are full takes approximately 15 to 20 minutes to arrive from your stomach. If you eat until you feel full, you have actually already eaten beyond full. You just don't know it yet. If you stop at 80%, by the time the signal arrives, you feel exactly right. Not stuffed, not hungry, satisfied. Over weeks, months, years, eating this way consistently eliminates the chronic overeating that is the root cause of almost all weight gain in the West. No calories counted, no food restricted, just stop at 80%. Habit number 4, fish, not red meat, as the primary protein. Japan is one of the world's largest consumers of fish per capita. This is not just a cultural preference. It is one of the most significant nutritional differences between Japanese and Western diets, and its impact on body weight is substantial. Fish, particularly fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, provides high-quality protein that satisfies hunger completely. But unlike red meat, it comes without the saturated fat that promotes fat storage, without the inflammatory compounds that trigger cortisol, and without the caloric density that makes portion control so difficult. Omega-3 fatty acids in fish have been shown in multiple studies to actively reduce visceral fat, the dangerous belly fat stored around the organs. Japanese people don't eat fish to lose weight, but their bodies reflect what happens when fish replaces red meat as the foundation of the diet, consistently, over a lifetime. Habit number 5, Daily stress rituals. Cortisol is one of the most underestimated causes of weight gain, particularly belly fat. When cortisol, the primary stress hormone, is chronically elevated, the body enters a fat storage mode. It holds onto calories. It converts excess energy into visceral fat. It makes losing weight almost impossible, no matter how carefully you eat. Japanese culture has several built-in daily rituals that lower cortisol, not as wellness trends, but as centuries-old habits. The evening of furo, a hot bath before sleeping. Shinrin-yoku, time in nature, even briefly. The tea ceremony, the act of making and drinking tea slowly and with full attention. These are not relaxation indulgences. They are daily cortisol management systems that keep the body in a state where fat storage is not the default. The body that is calm stores less fat. Japanese culture has known this for centuries. Habit number 6, eating slowly, and only eating. In Japan, meals are an activity in themselves, not something done while watching television, scrolling a phone, or working. Just eating, slowly, with full attention. This matters more than most people realize. When you eat quickly, the satiety signals from your gut to your brain are constantly running behind. You have eaten past full before the signal arrives. When you eat slowly, your hormones have time to signal fullness accurately. You eat less naturally without trying, without counting. Studies have shown that slow eaters consume an average of 10 to 15% fewer calories per meal than fast eaters, without feeling any more hungry afterward. Over a year, that difference adds up to significant body weight change in either direction. Japanese culture does not rush meals, and the body does not carry the weight of hurried eating. Habit number 7, Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. Shinrin-yoku means immersing yourself in the atmosphere of a forest. Not hiking, not exercising, simply being present in a natural environment, breathing the air, engaging the senses. Japan has practiced this deliberately since the 1980s, and the research behind it is extraordinary. Studies from Nippon Medical School found that time in forests significantly reduces cortisol levels, lowers blood pressure, and increases the activity of natural killer cells in the immune system. But its effect on body weight is specifically remarkable. The compounds released by trees, called phytoncides, have been shown to reduce the stress hormones directly linked to visceral fat storage. Even 20 minutes in a park, not exercising, just present, produces measurable changes in cortisol levels. Japanese people do not go to the forest to lose weight, but the body responds to the forest in ways that make weight gain less likely. Habit number 8, small portions, many dishes. A traditional Japanese meal does not consist of one large plate of food. It consists of many small dishes. A small bowl of rice, a small piece of fish, a small dish of pickled vegetables, a small bowl of miso soup, a small side of steamed greens. Each dish is small. Together, they are complete, nutritionally and emotionally. This structure does something powerful to the eating experience. The visual variety of many small dishes creates a sense of abundance that a single large plate, even if it contains more calories, cannot match. The brain sees many choices and feels satisfied. The stomach receives a reasonable amount and feels full. And because every component is chosen and prepared with care, there is no impulse to add more, to upgrade, to supersize. The meal is complete, and so is the person eating it. Habit number 9, morning light. First thing. Japan is a country of early risers, and among the first things many Japanese people do after waking is expose themselves to natural morning light. This is not a wellness trend. It is a circadian biology practice that has profound effects on metabolism. Morning light exposure, within the first 30 minutes of waking, resets the body's circadian clock. It signals the end of the sleep hormone melatonin and the beginning of the active metabolic phase. Research from Northwestern University found that people who received bright light exposure in the morning had significantly lower body mass index than those who did not, regardless of what they ate. Light tells the body what time it is, and a body that knows what time it is burns calories on schedule. Not randomly, not sluggishly, but efficiently. Japanese culture, with its emphasis on early rising, morning routines, and time outdoors, creates this metabolic advantage automatically. Habit number 10, the ofuro, the evening bath ritual. In Japan, bathing is not a hygiene practice. It is a ritual. The ofuro, a deep, hot bath taken in the evening before sleeping, is practiced by millions of Japanese people every night as an essential part of the day's close, and its effect on body composition is significant. Hot water immersion has been shown in research from the University of Loughborough to produce the same calorie-burning effect as a 30-minute walk. But more importantly, the evening bath dramatically lowers cortisol, reduces the stress hormones that drive fat storage, and improves the quality of sleep. And sleep quality is directly linked to body weight. Poor sleep elevates ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and suppresses leptin, the fullness hormone. One consistently poor night of sleep increases caloric intake the following day by an average of 300 to 500 calories. The Afuro is not a weight loss tool, but a body that sleeps deeply, recovers fully, and wakes without elevated stress hormones is a body that maintains its natural weight without effort. 10 habits. Green tea every morning for the metabolism boost that accumulates over years. Walking as transportation for the all-day calorie burn that no gym session can match. Hara Hachi Bu for the 80% rule that ends overeating permanently. Fish over red meat for the protein that satisfies without storing. Daily stress rituals for the cortisol control that keeps the body out of fat storage mode. Eating slowly with full attention for the 15% fewer calories eaten without trying. Shinrin-yoku for the forest compounds that reduce fat-storing hormones passively. Small portions, many dishes, for the visual satisfaction that makes less feel like more. Morning light exposure for the circadian reset that makes metabolism efficient. And the ofuro for the sleep quality that keeps hunger hormones balanced through the night. None of these are diets. None of them require a gym. None of them involve restriction, punishment, or suffering. They are simply the way of living that a culture with a 3.6% obesity rate has quietly practiced for centuries. And once you understand them, you begin to see that the problem was never willpower. It was never laziness. It was never you. It was simply the wrong system. If this changed how you think about your body and your habits, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Inside Ancient Wisdom